What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rick's Righteous, and I'm back with another rant. Get it? It's a rant. So, here we are. A couple of hours away, maybe 5 or 10 hours away from the fight. Basically, I wanted to touch on some of the things that's going on with Andy Ruiz and why this fight is interesting. I don't know too much about Andy Ruiz, okay? So, the case I'm going to make for Andy Ruiz has to do more with the latest news that's been coming out on him. I know that he's got a decent amateur pedigree. I know that he comes to fight. I know that he's a very proud Mexican fighter, and he really wanted a fight like this. I don't know if he wanted Wilder. I don't know if he wanted AJ, but I do know that he wanted an opportunity to get something, a title, something to fight for, and he got it. You know, he asked for it, found a way, and he got it. Now, the latest news has been that Andy Ruiz is in the area of around 270 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That's what he weighed in. And some people don't understand why he's doing that. So I'll tell you why. You know, I'll give you a guess of why he is doing what he's doing. So, in my opinion, since there's been articles coming out of Andy Ruiz watching loads and loads of videos of Mike Tyson and stuff like that, I think what he's gonna do is that I think he's gonna make this a hard fight for AJ by trying to make it a dirty, nasty fight. Now, if you guys remember, Tyson wasn't always that technical at the end of his career. Some of it was. And Tyson always kind of would wrap you up. But after a while, if his power and speed isn't penetrating, he's just going to wrap you up and make it a dirty, nasty fight, which is technical as well. But as his speed went away at the end of his career, he just was all power. His technique was really good. His strategy was really good, but he just lost his speed. And Andy Ruiz still has a good amount of speed. So, I think that's what he's going to do. It's going to be a little bit of the older Tyson with the Andy Ruiz combinations to go along with it. Now, Andy Ruiz is 29 years old, roughly around the same age as Anthony Joshua. Looks like he might not have a problem with Vada, but he's enrolled. He has 32 wins, 21 knockouts, and one of his losses is to Joseph Parker. It was for the WBO. So, you know, that wasn't too long ago in 2016. That's when it went down. It wasn't in his neck of the woods. He has a W over Demetrenko, which is a good win. And he's fought for some titles, and he has a title, or he used to have one, the NABF heavyweight title. So, you know, it looks like he's been competing to do some damage. And he's a West Coast guy, and people are really looking to see what he can do. He's not that much shorter than Anthony Joshua, from what I saw in the pictures and stuff. He's got enough there to get in his chest. And when it comes to arm length, yeah, it's not gonna be on his side, whatever. But all it takes is for him to have one or two good rounds versus Joshua, and he can get in his head because they're the same age. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But if it were me, and if it were in my area, or if there was a place where I could bet in my area for this fight, because I don't think Vegas is going to have this fight. I don't. They usually just exit out like, oh no, we're not doing that one. They'll do a UFC one, and then you have to just take that one for what it is. But if there's a bet out there, yo, take it, man. Never know. So that's my pre-evaluation for the fight. I think that Anthony Joshua still is gonna show some character in this fight. I think he's gonna hurt this guy. You know, obviously if he goes to the body, you know, every now and then, it can really make a difference because he's more in shape than Andy Ruiz. But if Andy has too much activity in the beginning rounds, it all depends on Anthony Joshua and how he decides to deal with the pressure. Like I said, that's what I think Andy Ruiz is going to do. So if he pressures him and AJ gets a little insecure, he starts to think too much, it can get bad for Anthony Joshua. But he's got to get past those 4 or 5 rounds in order for him to play his game, to do his thing. Anthony Joshua has to wait a little bit to do his thing. Or his superior techniques will take over. We have to understand, Fury's going to be fighting in another month or 2. Wilder just had a crazy knockout. So with the ESPN crowd, with all the people that love heavyweights divisions, and maybe even our Wilder fans, it would be good to see what Joshua can do. But if it were me, if I was his promoter, if I was his advisor, if I was his trainer, I'd just tell him to fight his style and leave it for what it is. Let's see what happens. I think DAZN does a great job. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I think that it's not as even as some of these other fights. And I don't know if I've gone on record on YouTube, but I think I've said some things about Wilder versus Joshua, but I don't know who's gonna win that fight ultimately. Like, I think that's a really 50-50 fight. I think it's a really good fight. And there was word about Tyson Fury fighting Wilder after Luis Ortiz. So I think that's really good because, you know, let's say Ortiz wins. It's possible Fury could fight Ortiz. That would be awesome to see too. More than likely it'll be Wilder, in my opinion. And then we'll get to see that fight again, and we can get closer to AJ and whatever. But let me know your thoughts. I'm out. Just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. It's your boy Rex Righteous. Peace. Like, comment, share. I'm out. Let's try to keep boxing alive, yo. Peace.